Monday, that is yesterday, there's been a lot of talk about and attention being paid to this agreement that India and China seem to have arrived upon. Now, this agreement is about disengagement. Of course, disengagement has happened, but the next step is to allow patrolling on both sides. Now, what is the significance of this agreement? The significance is that all this while there was a standoff. Now, what is the meaning of a standoff? Which means that there was no patrolling by China or by India, and there was a military armed, the military with all its arms facing each other. That is the Chinese military and the Indian military. So when patrolling starts, what basically typically happens is that India starts patrolling this area between India and China, and Chinese start patrolling. Now, why is this important? It's important because for the last 4 years, especially since 2020, after the Galwan Valley incident, where there was a physical clash between Indian and Chinese soldiers, there was a kind of a tense situation, and also, there are these patrolling points, along the India-China, we cannot even call it a border because India and China don't have a border. So the patrolling points become technically notionally they become the border. So India recognizes that the Chinese soldiers patrol in some places, and the Chinese recognize India's patrolling point. So that is the way the understanding is. So, but the point now is that this will be resumed. Okay. Now, as far as the current agreement is concerned, it is good. But if you push back, say if you see what has happened in the last 4 years, what the Chinese have basically done is they have come forward, because the Chinese typically follow their policy is they'll come 2 steps forward and they'll go one step back, and and finally when you start negotiating, they will not go back 2 steps, they will go back only 1 step. So which means effectively they have gained 1 step. So over a period of time, in all these years, the Chinese have moved closer, which means when I say the Chinese have moved closer, their patrolling points have come closer and closer to India. So so basically what has happened is that, and when India moves back, when the Chinese patrolling points come closer, obviously the Indian patrolling points have to move back. So, and then there is a buffer zone. So typically this is how it happens. You have a Chinese patrolling point, you have the buffer zone, and then you have the Indian patrolling point. So where Indian patrolling point was earlier now becomes the buffer zone, which means even India can't enter that. So which means India has lost territory. So this is typically what has been happening over the last many years. And then, there is, and these patrolling points, there are 9. Patrolling point number 9 to 17A is what is in Ladakh. So, or in the region of Ladakh that is being disputed hotly since 2020. So the Pangong Tso Lake issue was negotiated, and there was a disengagement. But in the process, India lost its patrolling point. There were a few fingers on which India was patrolling. Now India can't reach there because that has become a buffer zone. Similarly, the same thing has happened as far as Gogra hot springs are concerned. And of course, in Galwan Valley, after the incident, again, there was a negotiation and there was a disengagement. So now what is left is Depsang and Demchok. Now, Depsang and Demchok are regions which the Chinese have intruded or come into, where Indian patrolling points were way back. This happened in around 2009. So from 2009, they have kind of have a stranglehold over Demchok and Depsang. And especially this region is particularly very crucial because it's a tri-junction of India, Pakistan and China. Pakistan ceded some territory to China, and that is how China came into this area. Okay, so the point here is Depsang and Demchok are very tricky because India would want China to move back, but militarily and strategically, China will hesitate to do that. Now, the other issue is that though the agreement has been signed and patrolling has been agreed upon, we don't know the details. We don't know whether Depsang and Demchok are included in it. What is it that the patrolling points, the patrolling resumption means? Is China going to move back? Is India going to move back? Or is it going, now the existing situation is going to be the status quo? So we don't know any of this, but the only way to look at it is that to see it positively and say that, okay, fine, the door was shut all these days. Now it is slightly ajar. We only hope that it can open up fully instead of again shutting back. So, broadly, this is what it is. So it's a very tough thing. And then let's see, over the coming weeks or maybe after this BRICS summit, if we can get more details, then it will be useful to make a more precise assessment.